Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in. So church is out. I'm on my way home to finish doing my wraps, separating them. But let me take y'all in hot bins, cause this is a hot bin mess, please. I came here one day and they had some clippers, and I'm like, dang, I'm gonna buy these clippers. This will be good for my husband. So they open the package up for you to check it. So they opened the clippers up for me, and I'm like, I like these. I'm gonna get them. So then he pulling them out the pipe. It was some pieces missing, but it was hair on there where somebody had no cut, used the clippers, and returned them. And then on certain days they have the price marked down on certain days. So I'm gonna take y'all in hot bins so y'all can see how hot bins look. Oh, I'm tired. Y'all, please excuse me. But this the store that I'm finna take y'all in. It's called Hot Beans. So on different days they have different prices. So let me show y'all. On Fridays it's $12, Saturday 10, Sunday everything $8, Monday 6, Tuesdays $4, Wednesday $2, and they close on Thursday and restock on Friday. So let me take y'all in. So this how it look. Even this plastic tablecloth with 3 in the pipe, $10. It doesn't matter what it is, it's $10. And the brown boxes, you can get it and you take it up to the front and they'll open it so they can show you what's inside of it. Hello. Even this hat is gonna be $10. Oh, today $8. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Today $8. You can find some good things in here. Only thing, I got so many of these bottles. And the clothes, 3 for $12. So these are the days. And Wednesday, $2. This is $8 too. Just shower rings. I just want to bring y'all in here so y'all can see how hot beans look. This store is not for me because I don't have the patience to be taking a box up front and having them open it. And then I know it ain't for me. When I called myself in to buy some clippers, they say it's a whole set. Then when I open it up, it wasn't nothing in there but clippers with hair all in the clippers that somebody had don't use, and some of that stuff is return stuff from Amazon. So I don't have that kind of patience, y'all. Not at all. To be taking boxes up there to have them open it to let me know what's in it, and then sometimes it don't even much the stuff don't even much work because it's return stuff from Amazon. So that's not for me. But on Fridays, it be so crowded because people be lined up around the corner. It be so lined up. So this is what I want to talk about. I love church. I love going to church. And the church I went to, I love going to visit that church too. But some churches, it's not about saving soul. To me, church is a business now. And people love to say, oh, this my church. Y'all, hold up. Put my seatbelt on. People love to say, oh, this my church. You gonna do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that in my church. No. The church, that's a building. When everybody leave, the church gone. Because that's just a building the people make the church. And why I'm saying the church is for a business now, because a lot of people just think about money. They want you to pay like, instead of paying tithe, they want you to pay the tithes. You get your offering. But some pastors want you to pay for to be on the deacon board, deaconette board. They want you to pay to be a member. They want you to pay for this, pay for that. And I'm like, is church becoming a business, or is it still saving the people's soul, or it's all about money? And that's what make a lot of people don't want to go to church, because it's all about money. And they have the people who, they have certain people in the church that they in the clique, and you giving all your money, oh, they love you. They love you. But some people who can't afford to give, and then they giving what they can give, and then when they need help, they can't get no help. So y'all let me know, do y'all think I'm wrong for feeling that way? Or how do y'all feel? That's what I want to know. Tell me, what do y'all think? And if somebody don't like going to church, or you don't want to go to church, tell me the reason why you don't want to go to church. Tell me why. Let me know down here. What's the problem? I just want to know, what do y'all think? Do y'all think church a business now, or what do y'all think about the church? Because I know some people say they like to go to church online now, that they don't want to go to church, to the church, and tell me why you like the church online and why you don't want to go to church. Tell me that. That's what I think too. I think it's a business. That's what I'm thinking. The church is a business now. It's not all about saving souls no more. And then it's like they say, pay. I'm just gonna make up a price, okay? Make up a price. They say, oh, $200 for the pastor anniversary. $200 for the pastor and his wife being married so many years. Okay, they want you to pay, like, give $200 for membership, $200 for pastor anniversary, $200 towards the pastor and his wife anniversary. What about when my anniversary comes? Am I going to get $200? That's what I want to know. Tell me, what do y'all think? Do y'all think what?
You take a church here?
To where?
Church here.
That's sad. Y'all couldn't walk to Circle K.
He walking, he in pain. Well, that's how he walking. Yeah, I couldn't walk.
I shouldn't even blew the horn at y'all.
I didn't even hear you blow the horn.
Yeah, so what do y'all think? Be honest with me.
About what?
About the church.
What church?
I'm on live.
What church you talking about?
No, I ain't talking about no church. I'm just saying in general. I'm asking people, do they think the church is a business now?
Duh, who didn't know that? Why would you ask that dumb question?
You think that's a dumb question?
Yeah, the church been a business.
He said I'm asking a dumb question because the church been a business. So y'all put down there in the chat, what do y'all think? Is the church for saving souls, or the church for a business, or what?
Church is for a business.
Not all churches.
Yes,
Not all churches. Some churches care. Some pastors care about the souls, care about their members.
Let me ask you a question. So when you was in the church, you were having heartaches and pain. Did you ever go out there and tell them that you struggling? Did they ever help you pay a bill?
No, he asked me. He just asked me when I was going to church.
They tell you I went to church one time. The later time the light bill due is $150, so they need more than what's the name offering box.
That's what they told you. Oh, you told me about that.
And you know who it was. I'm gonna tell you when you get off the camera, when you get off live.
Yeah, Elwood told me about this church he went to, and they told my son about the light bill, and they need people to pay a certain amount of money in the offering box because the light bill due. Everybody don't have money to give like that. Some people are struggling. They don't have the money to give, and then they give him what they can give, but then when they give, and they giving all that they have, and when they need help, they don't want to help because they said, you didn't pay enough tithes. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. Can you bring me a Coke out of there, please? A fountain drink.
The 89 cent?
Yeah. I don't want all that ice.
Oh, you just...
I think you're supposed to pay your tithes. give offering. But all the other stuff, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Why you have to give up all that money? Why do you have to pay because you're a member? Why do you got to pay because you're a member? Why do you got to pay because um why you got to give up $200 because it's the pastor anniversary? Why you got to give up $200 because it's the pastor and his wife anniversary? So that's what I want to know. And I'm not saying all churches like this. I'm just talking about this because I spoke about this the other day when somebody was telling me about when they was going to a church and how they was going 5 days a week and they was paying tithes and everything, and they lost their job. And when they lost their job, they went to the church and asked the church, can you help me because I fell on hard time? And they was like, oh, we don't do that. We don't do that around him. So that's why I'm talking about this. And then Elwood just reminded me about when he went to this church and they was telling him he need to put in more money because of the lights and stuff. And I'm like, no, you pay your tithes. You pay your tithes and give your offering. You don't let nobody tell you how much you supposed to put in the church. You don't do that. Because that what make people don't want to come to church. How you going to tell somebody what they got to put in the church? Like, you know how much money they got. You want them to neglect their bills to put in extra money. Y'all, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I had to put me some Vaseline on. You want them, you want people to neglect their bills and stuff. Then when they get behind, you're not going to help them. And I look at it, I'm just talking about this because this is what somebody told me now, okay? I'm looking at it. Why would I want to give you $200-$300 because this is you and your wife anniversary? Why? When me and my husband anniversary come, are y'all gonna call and give me $200-$300? That's what I want to know. Is you gonna give me $200-$300? And just because you and your wife been married a long time, what do that have to do with the members have to give $200 or $300 because it's y'all wedding anniversary? So y'all, let me know how y'all feel. And if you don't go to church, let me know why you don't go to church and why you don't like to visit the church. Because I have seen a lot of people say, oh, I don't go to church. I'd rather look at it online because I'm paying my money and they driving nice cars, got big, nice houses, and I don't have nothing. And that's good. That is so good. I know a church that like they help their members. When they fall on hard times, this church really, really help their members. And I have seen this church help members. When they members that's dedicated, that go there, when they fall on hard times, they help them. I don't want to go to a church every time turn around I got to pay I'm paying this, I'm paying that. No, you going on trips, you driving a nice car, you got a nice house, and you study want members to pay. But then when the members fall on hard times, you want to say, "Oh, you ain't paid enough tithes. I can't help you. We can't give you that." Everybody don't have it like that. Some people on a fixed income. Some people on a fixed income and they can't just pay and neglect their bills because at the end of the day, they still have to have somewhere to stay. And I'm telling y'all, like I was telling my husband, I love going to church. I love church. I love to go hear the word and everything, but I get turned off sometimes when it get to the point where every time you asking for money, and then you tell my, oh, you can do it credit card, cash app, or you pull out the little machine in church to put your credit card in. That kind of turned me off, because I feel like this: if you paying your tithes, giving your 10%, and you want to give an offering, that should be good enough. Why should you have to pay all this money to support the pastor and his family? That's what I want to know. Why should you have to support them? So y'all tell me, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Now I understand, like when the church helping the members, I understand that right there. When I was, and then church ain't like it used to be. I remember when I used to be growing up, every Saturday in the projects, you can go to any projects, you see somebody having church on the corner. You see what they trying to tell you. Come on, come give your life to Christ. I only want a sip.
She gonna go in there and pick up a donut for $3.
You could have went to Krispy Kreme for $3, homeboy. You can go to Dunkin' Donuts for $3 and get something better than that.
And them donuts been up for days.
Yeah, them donuts be sitting up in them. Yeah, that's what I say. Church is a business.
EJ, you wanted that donut?
I didn't really eat it.
Child, you can go to what you call and get a donuts. Them donuts been sitting in there. They don't sell them. They keep them in them. Well, honey, Allison, like you say, the church be putting pressure on you about money. They ain't gonna put no pressure on me, cause I'm not neglecting my bills, to give my money, to pay for this, pay for that. If I'm gonna pay my tithes and give my offering, I ain't doing all that other stuff. I'm not neglecting a bill in my apartment just to try to fit in or whatever. I'm not doing all that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pay my tithes, but to my pay this and pay that, pay for the pastor, help the pastor go on a cruise, and cause some churches do that too. Help the pastor go on a cruise and everything. I'm trying to go on a cruise. I'm trying to leave out the country just like you is. So why should I take my money to help you go on a cruise and you enjoying yourself, and I'm at home while you on that cruise enjoying yourself? No, I don't want to do that one either. And they do, some of them be like, oh, we need an extra $50. Y'all go in your pocket now. Don't tell me you can't do it. You can do it. We need an extra $50. And you know, God told me to tell you such and such. I'm serving the same God. If God told you, why he ain't tell me? And you know, the minister was just talking about that in church. He was saying, don't be letting them be around him to my God said this and God said that. If God told them, he would have told you the same thing. He would have told you the same thing that he told them. And I'm like, dang, the minister just hit it on the nose. Hold up 1 minute, y'all. Let me back up. What? So your old church asked the members to give the pastor a tax refund for the pastor anniversary. I haven't been back since then. See, that's what I'm talking about. Why would somebody want to get a whole income tax to the church? Why? And that's I go to church because I want to go I want to hear the singing. I want to hear the word. I block everybody out. But I'm not finna be around him trying to rob Peter and Paul just to give what I don't have. I'm gonna pay my tithes and I'm gonna get my offering. But all that unnecessary stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving no money because it's the pastor and his wife anniversary. I'm not doing that one. And if I was getting food stamps, I'm not finna go shop for nobody's house. I'm gonna shop for my own house because my house need food. Because you look at it, I understand people going shopping, taking their food stamps, buying food for the pastor and his family. But when you out of food, is the pastor and his family gonna go shopping and bring you all that food at your house? And I know a lady used to be giving her food stamps. It was a church right here in Tampa. And the members stayed on the ground. They giving a food stamp. They had to give up their food stamp cards and all of that. And the money and everything. They work so hard and they giving their money to the church and everything. Now the church ain't even much there no more. The building's still there, but they don't move into another area. A nice area. And that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Get me wrong about how I'm talking. I love the church. I love the Lord. I love going to church. I love to hear the pastor sing. I love to hear the pastor. I mean the choir sing. The pastor bring the word and everything. But some churches is not about saving souls no more. Some churches is all about money. And there's so many souls out here crying for help. And some people don't want to go to church because of the money. They don't have the money to give. Some people don't want to go to church because, let me tell y'all something. These black churches, they have cliques in them. They have cliques, okay? And they don't know how to treat people. They be being nasty to people. And that make people don't want to go to that church. I haven't had that experience because you try me at church, I'm going to check you and I'm going to check you respectfully. Because this is not your church. I'm coming here to visit. And I mean, when I go to church, I'm telling y'all, when I go to church, I'm in and out, in and out. I don't want to have conversations with you. Because sometimes when you stay in the church, stay after church, and you just talking, it be like sometimes a bunch of he say junk. I'm not on that. I'm not on that right there. And that be a lot of problem in some of the churches because some of the churches be too busy. They have them little cliques. Like I went to one church and the usher, she asking the other lady, you know her? Hold up. First of all, I ain't got to know nobody to come visit this church, okay? You should just be thankful I came to visit and just show me to my little seat. That's it. Don't be asking, do you know her? Everybody is not trying to save lives. People around here just thinking about getting money and trying to, not saving souls. And there's so many lost souls out here. So many. That's why you have to read your Bible too. And you have to pray for other people. You know what I'm saying? Pray for them because sometimes when people come to a church and they see how the members acting towards them or whatever, they don't want to come back to that church no more. You know what? And sometimes they get in their mind, they say, shoot, when I was living out in the world, I was getting treated way better than I'm getting treated in this church. So why do I want to leave the world to come to a church like this and the people mistreat you, the people talk to you rude, and then every time you turn around, the pastor begging for money. So that turned people off from not going to church. And I'm going to tell you something. When you get food stamps, that is put food for you and your family and your household. Not to be around here letting the pastor hold your food stamp card talking about going to the grocery store. No, you need to take care of your household. You take care of your household first. And then after you take care of your household, if you feel like blessing them, buying them some food, you do that. But don't be taking your food stamps to you finna go fill up somebody else's house. Then when you get low, they don't come help you. They don't come help you fill up your household. Yeah, now I'm not talking about, I said some churches. I ain't saying all churches. Some churches. So not all churches are bad. Because I have been going visiting good churches, okay? But I mean, I will pay my tithes. I pay my tithes at my church, pay my tithes, pay my offering, whatever. But I haven't joined no church yet. I haven't joined no church. I just been going visiting church. So I've been going visiting different churches to see what church. Because some days I might get up and say, I don't want to go to church. I'm gonna look at it online. And I don't want no pastor getting up there preaching to me, talking to me about the streets, and never been on the street. How can you tell me about the streets? How? And you never been out on the streets. You never ever really hung out in the streets. You never hung around the people that's on drugs, the people that sell drugs, the people that's an alcoholic, and then you want to preach about marriage. How can you preach to me about marriage and your marriage is down like that? I just don't, I don't know. I tell my husband all the time, I love church, but I'm just getting to the point where I'd rather stay home and read my Bible. And yeah, and I tell people, like, if you read, it ain't when they say paying your tithes, if you go out and feed, if you get up and go feed the homeless, you giving then. You are giving. So tell me if I'm wrong for saying that. Because if you go out and feed the homeless, you giving then. You helping out somebody then. You giving your percent then. In the Bible, where it say that you got to give money? Yeah, people act like when you, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Mm-mm. And I'm talking because like I'm talking because it's a church. You know that it really hurt. It really hurt to see all them lost souls out there. And like I was telling y'all how they used to have church back in the days, go out, have church, pray for the people and everything. You don't see that no more. And it's sad that people not thinking about saving souls. They just thinking about the money. And I be wondering, do some pastors even much really care for their members? Because they too busy trying to get the money instead of saving these souls. And how many souls be crying? They crying out, need help. So I don't want nobody to take it personal. I'm not talking bad. I mean, because all churches not bad. All pastors not bad. You have pastors that really care for their members. You have pastors that when they member not coming to church, they call to find out what's going on. You have pastors that come and visit you when you sick. Visit your family, pray for your families. Then you have pastors who don't care, who just all about the money. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted like I'm just talking about all pastors are bad. No, not all pastors are bad. Not all of them. Some pastors, if you just pay your tithes or you give your offering, they thankful. Because in their mindset, God gonna work it out. God will find a way. Because they know this day and time, people don't have money like that. People is having a hard time. Rent is expensive. Light bill is getting expensive. So people don't have it all like that. So nobody take it personal like I'm just down in all pastors. But me, I'm not gonna be giving money because it's the pastor anniversary. I'm not gonna be giving money because it's the pastor and his wife anniversary. I'm not gonna give money because to help the pastor go on a vacation. Me and my husband want to go on a vacation. I'm not doing all that. I just can't do it because I work too hard for my money. I work too hard for my money, and I don't have money like that. I don't have money that just be saying I'm finna go get $200, $300 because it's the pastor and his wife anniversary. I'm not gonna do that because I can take that money. I can do something in my house, my apartment. I can help somebody who really need help. I can go out and feed the homeless with them same $200 or $300. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not finna pay no membership dues. I hate paying a gym membership. So why am I pay a membership for a church? I'm not gonna do that one either. Because I feel like this, why should a person have to pay dues to come to church? I don't care if it's once a year, but why should a person have to pay that? So y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Say, Tracy, you wrong or whatever. Tell me, how do y'all feel about this conversation that I'm having? So, because I want to know, do y'all think I'm wrong? And I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand they got to pay the mortgage. They got to pay the lights. They got to pay the water. I understand that right there. But don't tell me to give money. Just say, for instance, they say they want all members to give $150 because it's the pastor and his wife anniversary. What do that have to do with paying the mortgage, the rent, the mortgage, the lights, and the water? So tell me that. What do that have to do with the church? If you want every member to give $150 for the pastor and his wife anniversary. What? Oh my, you mean to tell me the pastor got one of the members pregnant? And that's another thing. That is another thing right there. They get up there and they preach, and then be going with somebody in the church. Y'all seen like the man, he was going with the boy. The pastor was going with the boy, going to see the boy. And he didn't have the money to get a boy. The young man. I ain't gonna call him a boy. I'm sorry. He didn't have the money to get a young man. The young man videotaped him and put him all on YouTube. That's sad. You getting up there, you preaching, and then you around him. You got a wife, and you around him going to sleep with this man, and this man, you paying this man, but this time you don't have the money to pay him, and then he put you on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I say. I say he should have got exposed because you know what? You got a wife at home. You going around here doing that behind your wife bike. What if you would have took your wife something? Yeah, when I saw that on YouTube, I'm like, nah, that was wrong of him. That's wrong. And I mean, some Sundays when I get up, I be like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want to go to church. I tell my husband all the time, I be like, because my husband won't go. He would not go. He be like, all the church is about money. That's all it is. And he know how much I love church. And I say, you want to go to church with me? When he was off on Sundays. Now he just started back off on Sundays. I say, you want to go to church with me? He don't even much hesitate. Nope. I don't want to go. Me don't want to go. I'll see you when you come back. I say, okay. All right, I'll talk to you when I come back. Then I went to church, the church that I was going to. I went there and the lady came and said, "What your husband?" I say, he didn't want to come. You come to church alone? Yeah, I come to church alone because when I leave him, I got to answer God alone. I got to answer on my own. He ain't going to be there with me to answer. So yeah, I came to church by myself. I would get up and go to church by myself anytime. I don't need nobody to go to church with me. But I'm not finna be going to church where I got to be around him giving up my money like that. I went to one church. We went to the church. They preaching. They needed money for the missionary. They needed money for the church fund. They needed money. Let me tell you something. I looked down at my pocketbook. It was like my pocketbook went to talk and said, "You better not open me no more. Don't you open me up." And we got out, and I was talking to my uncle. I was like, "Well, how many times was he gonna take the plate around?" I say my pocketbook went to talking to me. I thought I was crazy. Yes, people do get pastor salvation. They get pastor salvation that they just fall so deep for the pastor and fall in love with the pastor and start sleeping with the pastor. And know the pastor got a wife at home. The pastor and you wrong. Around him sneaking around. Then you up in that church shouting, probably laughing all in that woman's face and everything. Messing with that woman's husband. Oh yeah, you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? You pay your tithes. I can't tell nobody not to pay their tithes. I would never tell nobody not to pay your tithes. And when you give, you got to give from the heart. Don't give because you mad or none of that. Give it from the heart. Because you look at it, God will reward you in the end. And you just got to find the right church that you want to go to. And just don't pay no attention to the foolishness in the church. Because when I go to church, I park my car so I leave before the church service is really over. Like after the pastor finished preaching and they take up tithes, I'm out. I'm gone. Because I don't want to talk to nobody. So I'm in and out. In and out. And I sit in the same spot. I like to sit in the back of the church because I got a lot of hair and I don't like to sit in the front of the church. So I like to go in the church and I like to be in and out. I don't want to sit up and talk to you. I don't want to know what Mary Sue did last night. I don't want to know what Mary Sue did yesterday morning, what she did this morning at church. I don't care and I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear it. And some people been going to the same church for 30 years. 30 years. They sitting in that same spot that they started in. And they haven't changed at all. They still the same person after 30 years. Because see, some people go to church and some people get comfortable. And then they go to start saying, "This my church. This my church." So people be in the same spot and they love confusion and they always have something to say, and then they kill me because they sit there and they be acting like they so holy then down. They carry that Bible and they always try to judge you, always trying to say something about you, but they got to remember they got a past. They got to remember who they was before they got saved. Because see, a lot of people come from the streets. And they done did so much in the streets. So much in the streets. So much wrong. But when they get saved and you still out there in the streets, instead of coming trying to talk to you and tell them about your life story, tell them what you went through, they want to talk about you. They want to judge you. instead of telling their testimony and telling you what they have went through, instead of around here judging you. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people forget where they came from. They forget everything that they was doing. And they can see a young girl out here with Daisy Dukes, talk to this person, that person be like turn their nose up, talking bad about her and everything. Wait, but you used to do that. You used to wear those same shorts that they wear. I'm saying that because I did used to wear Daisy Dukes back in the days, okay? But people forget where they came from when they get saved. They want to toot their nose up. They want to say, who? I don't go around them. Oh, my family drank, or the people, they drank, they smoked, this and that. But you forgot where you came from. Since you so holy now and you want to look down and you want to judge somebody. And they forgot they came from them same streets that you in now. So they need to quit all that holy, then die, because, and then they be shouting and dancing and doing all that in church, and they want you to think want you to be thinking they so holy. And when they get out of church, they ain't nothing like how they was in church, okay? They doing a whole bunch of other stuff. They doing everything, doing all that cussing. They doing everything that they claim that they don't do when they get out of church. And there's a lot of people that do that. One thing about me, let me tell y'all something. I tell people all the time. Yes, I go to church. And if I feel like I want to have me a margarita, I'm going to have it. I never get on here and act like I'm just so into the church. I'm so this, I'm so that. No. I go to church. I love the Lord. I love the Lord with all my heart, because without Him, I'd be so lost without Him. But whenever I feel like I want to have me a margarita, or I want to drink me a glass of wine, I would do that. That's why I tell people, you can't be on coming on YouTube or whatever, and you putting on a front, and then when you get off YouTube, you doing a whole different thing. That's not me. That is not me. Because if my husband come and say, Tracy, let's go such and such, I'd be like, oh, I can get me a good margarita from that place. So, nobody is so holy. They doing something wrong, and they put on a front. And that's not me. And the pastor was just preaching about that, judge not. He was just talking about that today in church. Talking about it. I think it's in Matthew's 18 and 1. Yeah, Matthew's 18 and 1. He was just talking about that today, preaching on that in church today. Because people going to try to judge you no matter what. They're going to try to find something to say about you. And some people, they love to say something bad about you just to try to tear you down, to bring you down. A lot of people do that. And then you got to realize some people don't never want to see you doing good. Some people want to see you in that same spot. And especially, don't be higher than them. Don't be higher. Because when you get higher than them, they really talk bad about you, because they don't want to see you have no more than what they have. And it's a lot of people like that. They rather see you struggling. Even you struggling, they still going to talk bad about you. They still going to have something to say. But when you go get higher than them, they still going to have something to say. And they ain't going to be happy for you. They're not going to be happy for you, because they want to see you down. They want to see you don't have nothing. And I'm telling y'all, I'm talking about this because I had to learn the hard way. I really did. The things that I know now, I wish I knew back in my days. I really do wish I knew a lot of those things now that I know now, knew back in the days. I wouldn't dare be in the situation I am in. But you know what? You have to go through things and you have to learn from your mistakes. And I have learned a lot, a whole lot. I used to be around so many people, so many people. And I tell my husband all the time, I never ever would have thought this would be my life. Never. Because the people I used to hang around and I used to have good times with my friends. And now I'm just like in a box. I don't like being around people. I can come home, sit on my balcony, have me a nice time. I can go places. I don't have to be around a bunch of people to have a nice time. Because when you by yourself, you know yourself ain't gonna get you in no trouble. You know yourself ain't gonna tell on you. But I had a lot to learn and a lot growing to do. And God started removing people out of my life. He moved those people out of my life for a reason. Because sometimes when people come in your life, people in your life only for a season. Some people not meant to stay in your life forever. Some people just there for a season. And when that season up, they gone. And God will remove people who don't mean you no good. No good. And I tell y'all all the time, people are sitting in your face and laugh, laugh, laugh. But deep down inside, people don't like you. People do not like you. I've had people be looking at me and my husband marriage, be saying, one person was like, I wish I had a marriage, a husband like you, like what you got. People don't know the work that you put in to be in a marriage. People don't know the work that you put in to keep this relationship going. People just standing from the outside trying to look in, but they don't know the sacrifices that you and your husband went through to make this marriage work. They don't know how hard it is to keep a marriage. And I'm telling y'all, my husband is my best friend. And he can tell you, I am a hard woman to deal with. Sometimes I'll be sitting there, I'll be having to ask him, how you still with me? Because he called me a spoiled brat. And he tell me all the time, I want things my way. I want to always talk and don't want to listen to nobody else. And I told him one day, I said, I think if I was a man and I was married to a woman like me, I don't think I would have survived. I probably would have been left because I am a piece of work. He can tell you I am a piece of work. If a dish in the sink, I'm mad. No. I don't leave no clothes on the floor. My husband could tell you. He could tell you. And I mean, it's a piece of work, but people never know what you go through. You can go out and buy a new car. You can go buy you a new car. Some people is not going to be happy. They still going to talk about you. They still going to have something to say. And they don't even much know the sacrifices you went through to get that house. They don't know that. They never know whatever you got. People really never know the real sacrifices you got. I mean, that you went through to get the things that you wanted. They don't know that. They just be saying they don't need that. They don't deserve that. How can they afford that? They don't know what you and your partner doing to get what you got. They don't know how hard you working on your job. And when you get something, they always say you doing it, getting it the wrong way. They doing something wrong to get that. They never know what you going through to get what you getting. But they going to have something to say because you got it and they don't got it. That's why sometimes you have to watch the people who you around. And that's for family too. Because they don't want to see you up there. They want to see you down. People love to see you down. Because I know when I be going through stuff, I'm down, I'm upset, crying. People like situations like that. But one thing about it, when I walk out my apartment, nobody don't know what I got. They don't know if I got money. They don't know if I'm broke. Because I always walk out with my smile on my face. I always keep my head up. And they don't even much know the things that I'm going through. Because Why I'm gonna give you? You already happy, probably because I'm going through something. But when you come out your apartment, your house, you keep that smile on your face. Nobody never know what you going through because it's nobody business what you going through. Even when you get to work, you going to work, you crying yourself, crying on the way to work. Wipe them tears off. Wipe them tears off your face and get out your car or whatever with that smile on your face, because what you going through is nobody business on your job. Because only way a person can help you with your business is going to tell the next person. That's it. So you shouldn't even much go to work to tell your business to nobody, because you think you sitting there, you talking to somebody thinking that's your friend or y'all all right, y'all can talk, you can cry to them. Soon as you turn your bike, they talking about you. They going to tell the next person what you going through. Instead of saying, what can I do? Let me pray for you. They can't wait to go run to the next person, the next coworker, to tell the next coworker. By the end of the day, everybody on the job know what you going through. They know you been crying. And they looking at you all funny. You wondering why they looking at you funny. They looking at you funny because you told that one person don't went and told the next person, and the next person don't told the job. And ladies, everybody not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. And I'm saying this because I've seen a lady Friday when I was leaving out of Dollar Tree. She stopped me. She said, "Hey, mama." She a Spanish lady. She stopped me. She said, "Hey, mama." I'm like, "Hey." And she went to talking. I'm like, "Do I know you?" She said, "This me from the beach." And I was like, "You done lost so much weight." And she was like, "Yeah." She said, I said, "Where your husband at?" She said, "We not together no more." And I thought she told me that he was fighting her. I said, "Oh yeah, you don't need him if he putting his hands on you." She said, "No, mama." She said, he left me for one of the ladies that I used to be around. I say, "What?" Because every Sunday when I used to work on the beach, every Sunday they used to come out there and a little group, and they used to play Spanish music. And I used to get up, when I passed by, I'd get up and dance with them and stuff. And she was like, "He left me for one of the ladies that used to be around us." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." Say, he was cheating on me with her, and then he left me for her. That broke my heart. I'm like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because I've been knowing them like 3 years. I met them working on the beach. And she was like, "That's okay, mama, but I'm okay." She said, "That's why I lost so much weight." And I told her, I said, "That's sad. This lady used to be out here with y'all every Sunday, and her and your husband was messing around, and your husband left you for her." And I'm telling this story because sometimes we as women, we trust the next female. We trust them. We start bringing them to our house, our apartment. We start hanging out with them, bringing them around our husband, our man. And that goes for men's too. Start bringing them around. And next thing you know, the husband and that female messing around. Or that same female that you bring into your apartment or your house, and she see everything that your man doing for you. Everything. She sitting back trying to get your man. Is she a single woman too? She sitting back, she trying to get your man. And she looking like, he doing all that for her, he could do that for me. And that's how women think. They come in your house, they see everything that you got. They see how hard your husband working to make sure you and your kids have. But this woman don't have no man. She sitting there, she trying to get your man. And then especially when she started telling you, "Oh, if I was you, I wouldn't put up with that. I wouldn't let him do me like that, this and that." But all along, she trying to get with your man. That's not good. So I'm saying that because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. And women sit back. Some women, not all women, sit back to get what you got. And they don't know the struggles and the sacrifice that you and your husband went through. Because people always think the grass so green on the other side, but they forgot. You still got to mow that side down. You still have to mow that side down. And that's why I'm in my space right now where I don't want to hang around people. And I don't believe in females coming sitting up in my apartment. I never did that. Have females just sitting up around my apartment. Anyway, why would I want a single female sitting up around my apartment, sitting up around me and my husband? No, we ain't doing that one now. And let me tell y'all, this my second marriage. This is my second marriage. My first husband, if I get on here and say anything wrong about him, anything, I'll be telling a lie. Because my first husband was a good husband too, but I wasn't ready to be married yet. And I think we rushed and got married. I wasn't ready. And me and him still friends. And he don't marry another young lady. I know that young lady too. And I see them, I speak to them. They make a beautiful couple together. And I'm happy that he found somebody that make him happy. And this was like, because I've been with my husband 22 years, so this been a good while. But I still see them and I speak. And then, one day I saw him in the store and me and him went to talk and I told him, I said, I want to apologize to you. And I told him, I said, don't never ever think that I didn't love you. I did love you then. And you was a very, very good husband to me. And you was good to my kids. I say, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to be married. And I think we rushed and got married. I say, but look how God turned around and brought me somebody good again. And he was like, Tracy, I really appreciate you apologizing to me. And I really appreciate you telling me this. And I had to tell him that because I didn't never want him to think, that he was a bad husband. But I was just young. I still wanted to go out and stuff. And I just wasn't ready. I shouldn't even much rushed and got married. I should have just waited. And that's what we did. We rushed and got married. So don't feel bad saying a failed marriage because sometimes you rush into things and that you're not even much ready to be married. And then we can be saying, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get married. And stuff. You don't be ready. And me and his marriage, it wasn't no. I mean, he wasn't cheating. I wasn't cheating. We just wasn't ready. We was not ready to be married. He was ready. He wanted to settle down and everything, but I was not ready. So that's why I'm saying, just because you had you feel you had a bad marriage and stuff, God will bless you with somebody. He'll bless you with a good man. He'll bless you with a good wife. And it take two to work on a marriage. Two. And I knew when I got with my husband, the first day I met my husband, I wasn't married then. I'm just walking down the road at work and I heard somebody say lady with the pretty hair. And I went to like, who? Went to talking to him and he was like, you gonna be my lady. I'm like, I don't like you. He said that day I was gonna be his lady. That was like in February back then. And then we wind up dating. And he come to my house, my apartment. And before I got with my husband, I used to be walking down Bush 3:00 in the morning just to go to work. Every morning, walking down Bush by myself. I must, saw a man get killed on Bush, got hit by a car drunk. He was drunk. And I used to be scared every morning walking down Bush, but I knew what I had to do to take care of my kids and to pay my bills. And when God brought my husband in my life, every morning he got up, because we didn't have a car then. He got up every morning and walked me to the time clock. Walked me to the time clock. Watched me punch in. Then he went all the way, walked all the way back to my apartment. Made sure all three of my kids got ready for school. Walked them to the bus stop. And then he come back to work. And I wasn't getting food stamps, no nothing. He came to my house. He said, I got $100. Just save me $3 to catch the bus. I'm like, $3? I said, no, you can't. I'm not going to save you $3. He was like, just save me $3. I only need $3 to catch the bus. Take this money and buy some food. I knew then God sent me a good husband. Because my husband, me and him been together going on 22 years. And my husband loved me from when he first met me until today. Nothing never changed. My husband take care of all three of my kids. Like, those are his kids. Them 11 grandkids, just like them are his grandkids. And you cannot say them ain't your real grandkids, because he would tell you something. And they don't call him granddaddy, they call him Abra. My first grandson started calling him that. As soon as he started talking, call him Abra. And every day, my husband got off work, my husband take that first grandson, because we only had one grandchild then. Take that first grandchild, take him and put a chair and sit under the tree. And my grandson go to sleep. Our grandson go to sleep in his arms. And he did that every day. So marriage is a work. You have to work on your marriage. If you want your marriage, work on your marriage. Don't give up on your marriage. Don't give up. Because ain't no marriage perfect. We have mistakes in our marriage, and you learn from those mistakes. If you don't have a mistake in your marriage, how you going to work on it? If you don't have arguments in your marriage, what kind of marriage is that? What kind of marriage? Because let me tell y'all, my husband from the island. So when me and my husband get into it, and when he go to cussing, I just bust out laughing. He said, shh. I bust out laughing because I tell him, you need not to cuss, because you don't know how to cuss. You sound so crazy at cussing. Don't cuss, okay? So, and then in a marriage, you know what? Before you must, even if anybody on here, you and your husband ain't working out right now, y'all should sit down and y'all should think of the good and the bad. What outweigh each other? That's what I want to know. What outweigh each other in your marriage? Because you look at it, you've been with a person 10, 15, 20 years. That person became your best friend. Why give your husband up? And then you got to go learn somebody else. You got to go to learn their ways. You got to go learn everything new about this person, dealing with his family and stuff. Do not throw in the towel on your marriage. Give it a try. Give it a try. Even though sometimes I know you might want to put your husband in a headlock. He might want to put you in a headlock because y'all get on each other's nerves. But at the end of the day, that's your friend. My husband is my best friend. My best friend. And any day, I'd rather work on my marriage with my best friend than to just say I'm finna leave my husband. No, I'm not doing that. We finna try to work this thing out, buddy. Let's see what we can do. Because his problem with me, he just say I'm a spoiled brat. And he always say, you know you're a hoarder. Do you know that? Because I buy so much stuff. So, marriage, you have to work on it. You have to work on your marriage. And keep them old single women away from your house. And that go for the men's too. Keep them old single men's away from your house. You gotta go listen to Johnny Taylor's song, okay? So don't give up on your marriage. Work on your marriage. And I feel like this, your apartment or your house is for you and your husband. Not for that single person to be sitting up in there. Say, I'm finna have cocktails. I'm coming to eat dinner. No, you ain't. You better be cooking dinner for your own man. That's what you better be doing. Yeah, and honey, that's like, your haters is your motivation, okay? They is. They your motivation. When they hate on you, man, please. You keep that smile on your face. And when somebody do something to you, you keep that smile on your face and be silenced. Because they don't know what you thinking about. They don't know what you up to. And they always trying to figure you out. And they can't figure you out. So let them hate, honey. Let them hate. And then plus when you going through stuff, don't even much act like you just want to give it up. Don't just say, I'm tired, I'm throwing in the towel. Honey, you better pick that towel up. You better pick that towel up and try to work it out. Work it out. Why throw in the towel? Because nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So don't even much think about giving in, throwing in the towel and stuff. No, don't do that. Don't throw in the towel. Today, when in church, and I was just thinking about, my life, things that I have went through. And I am so thankful that God have brought me so far. He brought me so far. And I am so thankful. That's why I get up in the morning time. I tell him, thank you. Thank you. Because God have brought me a mighty, mighty, mighty long way. So that's why I tell y'all every morning, give him thanks and praise him. But I got to go. I got to get out this car because I got to go finish folding my wraps up. But y'all have a blessed day. And I really enjoyed y'all on this channel. And do not throw in the towel. A relationship is a piece of work. So don't give up on your relationship, married or not. Don't give up on your relationship. Work on your relationship. And people going to talk no matter what. No matter what. And if your man doing something wrong or your female doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the one to say, oh, I'll leave him, I'll leave her. That's none of my business. Because if my friend come tell me anything about her business with her and her husband, I would never, ever say leave your husband. Because that is not my place to say leave your husband or leave your wife. If you love your husband, you love your wife, try to work it out. Try to work it out because we all have made mistakes. There's no perfect marriage. And you can't pay attention to what nobody say because that same person that's telling you to leave might want your man or might want your husband. That same person that's telling you to leave can be the same one telling your wife something in her ear, telling the husband something. Don't leave because somebody else telling you to leave. You'll know the time when to leave. And a true friend would never ever tell you, girl, I'll leave him. I'll leave him. Man, I'll leave her. That is not a friend. A friend won't tell you to leave your wife for nothing. But y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe. And y'all enjoy y'all Sunday with y'all family. Bye.